Inglewood, California. This is Madden NFL 21. Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bears standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter, undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Now a first down throw. Goff. A quick pass to Kupp. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
At the 6-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Goff on third and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Yard line, 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Oh, he shifts past him. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
1 yard.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Goff throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll make it 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Ravens 7-yard line.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. Zone, it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Goff throwing again. Almost tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. And now they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That'll be caught by Cobb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 36, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
10, Ravens 7.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Akers, he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, Goff. And they got a man, it's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Play action, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 10, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
7.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run this with Akers. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 20. Again, Goff. The throw complete to Cam Akers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll fake the give. Now Goff going for it all. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a run with Akers. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, here's Goff. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you've got a guy with wheels, it can be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. touchdown. It's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson rolling to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second down and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually out in the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
17. Ravens 10.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Justin
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Webster on the return. The Rams take over, 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
46 yards.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 11 now. They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
From the red zone now, Goff. Pass incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
We went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Rams 20, Ravens 10.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On the option, it's Jackson.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
At the 34-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. They'll go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. There's Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff. And it is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Goff.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Rams.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Josh Reynolds with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Buying time to his left. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now, that'll be caught by Cobb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Goff now to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To the air again. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 46-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up second and 7 at the Rams' 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The tackle by
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 23.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right
No
now.
gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
43.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
On first down, Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Brought down back at
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gay knocks this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Rams 30, Ravens 24.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Ravens offense back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
Ravens 27.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Goff throwing again. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Throwing again is Goff. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking looking for Cooper Kupp there, but now it's 3rd and goal. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Rams 33. Ravens 27.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
What was that, Rick?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Jackson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
the tackle.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. Fights loose. And that is incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score Rams 33, Ravens 27.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, he'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. A second juke. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now Jackson on first down. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Dobbins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go, it's Jackson on 4th down. He completes it to Bryant. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews, and the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a first down throw. Gone. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At their own.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson will try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This officially a 55-yard attempt. No good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
33.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now listen, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers can...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, it's gone. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff throwing again. His throw is incomplete. And by the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Jackson now. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.